Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel, where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. Yes. Today is the 22nd. Tomorrow is the 23rd. Now, I know they have these movies coming out. There's a lot of symbolism showing 9/23, even showing September 23rd. And all I can say is we'll see what happens. I really wish, it's an overnight thing, but we're going to see what happens. I don't want to be that guy that just be like, yeah, tomorrow, the next day, mañana, next week. I don't want to sound tiring to everybody. But I was just saying, tomorrow's date was a big date. And what was it? The 29th was a big date as well, too. And my wife, she don't really dream. And I know that she had just had a dream a couple of days ago. And she's, funny enough, she remembered a date. And she said, weird enough, I dreamt. And the only thing that stood out to me was the number, the 29th. Not 29, but the 29th. So, I don't know what to take. I know that we've been talking about harvesting and all that stuff. And that we hope to see some type of movement. But we'll see, It could be a head fake. That's what everybody's hoping for, too, you know what I mean? I'm kind of picking these dates, and they're kind of like the obvious dates, Everybody kind of expects something to happen, and most likely when you expect something to happen, it doesn't happen. So, but hey, listen, I have a whole little outlook on things. We just got to be positive on every day. We made it this far, why not a couple of more days? And then when a couple of more days happen, just understand, every second that ticks by, we're 1 second closer to the end. All right? That should keep you in a positive flow. Every minute that goes by is another minute closer that we are to regulations and finally having that type of that freedom, from work and being tied down and stuff like that. So, you're feeling sad and you get frustrated, you know what I mean? There's a lot of decoders out there too, including myself, that, felt strongly about certain dates that have passed already. And, the decodes kind of showed strongly, certain dates, but then again, we get caught up and we got to understand, when we solve one riddle, is probably just solving one part of the riddle, and then we got to move on to the next part. But anyway, my last video, so you're going to have to keep up with me with my videos, because I'm going to try to be jumbling back and forth with these things, because I want to show you something, but I don't want to kind of be in the spotlight, if you know what I mean, right? So, the island that got burned down, right, in the Pacific Ocean, the 50th state, it's known, it's rumors and stories that the island Maui itself was it was a petrified giant that was shaped into an island. Well, the island itself was a petrified giant. And this was the talks, and it could be true, you know what I mean? Like, we are storytellers, so that could be true. But I wanted you to get that a little bit of idea of the story. Disney did the movie Moana with The Rock. He played the sun god or whatever the case was, or with the Hawaiian people and the chick. So check that out, and it'll give you a little bit of background on the island, because this is very important for, later on in my next video. I'm not going to show you now, but in my following videos, I'm going to be showing you a few things. So I want you to really understand about the giants and stuff like that, which can be probably truthful, because on that side, on the West Coast, we had the redwoods. And I don't know if you ever seen back in the days how large these redwoods used to be. Now, if these trees were very big, right, that means they're giving off a lot of oxygen. And if they're giving off a lot of oxygen, we take that into our lungs. So the more oxygen we take into our lungs, the bigger it gets. So our body adapts, to the environment, to our surroundings. So if we start breathing in a lot of oxygen, that means our lungs will get bigger. And if our lungs get bigger, that means our bodies get bigger. And if our bodies get bigger, that means that we can possibly become taller and larger like giants. There's been a lot of wildfires on that side too. Funny enough, they're trying to, Mother Nature works in her funny ways and burning these trees down while we have all these new viruses going around. Not feeling well, can't breathe and stuff like that. We really need these trees to be around and stuff like that. So, anyway, I just wanted you to, I showed you the piece of clothing before. I'm just showing you how, every platform is kind of connected. You know what I mean? The end game is probably digital cash. That's digital control. If everything's digital, it means it can get hacked. It means it can get turned off. You understand? With money, it can't. With gold, it can't. With silver, it can't. All right? They can shut everything down. You can run into the wild. You want to use gold, whatever. If you don't have goods to trade, that's all you have, then it might be worth something, But if you have a whole wad of, and they can control it on their side and turn it off, then you're stuck. So to me, that's the end game, digital cash at the end of the day, What's the best way to, turn on and off your money when you're not behaving in a certain way that they want you to? So, again, it's going to get very interesting. I know it's a little dragging on my videos, but I wanted you to get that in your head and get that story about, these giants and why that was. And then I want you to also look at where the fires took place, okay? On the island. If you look at the island, it's shaped as a body as well. Kind of looks like mid-torso was cut off. You see shoulders. You don't see no arms, but you kind of see the body here with cut off arms and a little neck with a head. That's what it kind of looks like if you look at it good enough. And one of the fires actually started right here on the island. So if you look at it, So it gets crazy, it gets deep, you know what I'm saying? But the fires that they were talking about started over here, the place that starts with the L. Lanaya, whatever it is. I try not to say, the fully words and stuff like that, so they don't have to pick up on these things. So, if I sound a little sluggish or something like that, for the people that really understand where I'm trying to go, these videos will be very valuable. And for the rest of you that are trying to make fun of me, I guess, I don't know, good luck to you. But, like I said, look at the fires here, and then I think some of the fires on the island were kind of over here in the throat, shutting people up. So very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting to see those particular fires and get the little background story on that. So let's see. So actually, I don't want to make these videos too long so you don't get lost in the system, but again, check that out. Check the Disney movie out if you want. You get a little story of the background, and then you can see about the story itself, what Disney's showing. But the most important part is to understand that the island itself is known to be a sleeping giant. Because later on in the videos, when I point certain things out, I'm going to show you how things were connected 22 years ago. Okay? And how I was watching a news clip after that historical event that happened, right? Down on 2001. That shit that happened back then. So there was the news that happened the next day, and I'm going to show you shit that might just blow your mind. I don't know. If not, maybe you just think that my mind is fried. But this is why I'm emphasizing about, understanding about that, the giants and the island. So maybe in the next video, or maybe the video after that, I'll be talking through the videos, and then you're going to have to probably go back and forth and piece maybe everything together if you don't have a good memory. So anyway, just wanted to do that. Actually, my next video I'm going to do is on some tweets. So now I'm going to show you some tweets from Twitter on some gematria and the values and the numbers that are coming up, and why I feel that November time is is an important time, I think, from my latest research. I think October time we're going to have something crazy with banks. I think either Friday the 13th or around Halloween. Those are my 2 dates. Or the 21st. So I had 3 dates there. So I got the 13th, the 21st, and Halloween. So, and I'll tell you why. Halloween, why I think that is because I was watching one of the latest Batmans, and I was watching one of the latest Batmans, and sorry, I lost my track of thought. I was watching the latest Batman, and it's called The Batman, and that one is called, to say, like, there's cryptic messages and stuff like that in it. And there's a scene where they have people wearing masks and they're spray painting on the banks the word broke on the banks on Halloween. So that's 10/31, right? As well as I'll do another video anyway, but Halloween was on that date. Why 10/21 is because there's something in Back to the Future that kind of reminds me of that. And the 13th, if they do flip Halloween, then we have Friday the 13th falls, this Halloween coming up, we have Friday the 13th in the same month. So that could be interesting as well. Plus it's on a Friday. They also talk about things happening on a Friday, being disrupted. So that could be a thing too. Who knows? I can possibly maybe even see that, some type of maybe outages around that time, I don't know, financial or out or light or electricity, something to the effect that we go crazy with an outage, or maybe mid-October, and then being corrected maybe the beginning of November, sometime around there. That's what my little scenario is, and I'll show why that I believe that. And like I said, why that date as well, like the beginning of November, you'll see a lot in the tweets that I'll show you coming up in the next video, and you'll understand a little better. So like I said, you're gonna have to bounce back and forth, but it's gonna get very interesting on this channel. All right, so thank you guys for liking, watching, subscribing. If you're getting the entertainment that you're seeking, then I hope that you show a little love at I Told You So wallet, at the WebOff wallet. Loan in XPR. I'll take it. Even Metal Dow, whatever. If you got it, I'll have it. So, but I appreciate it, everything. I appreciate the people that do show love. Thank you so much for sending the tips, especially War Eagle. I've seen that your name was out there quite a few times right there. Please, everybody, don't get offended if I'm not mentioning your names, because there's a lot of yous that do tip, and I appreciate you guys. Shout out to all of yous. Thank you for showing the love. It makes me feel like I'm in not really make me feel. I don't really need you guys to make me feel in a certain way, but when I hear that you guys are learning, like, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that I can train you. Like, people pay a lot of money to get their eyes trained to see around in the bullshit. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to show you for free. I'm trying to help you guys out. That's all, and have a little story. That's it. I'm on here just giving you info of what my lenses, right here, my lenses are taking in, and what I see, and what my mind's computing, and then I'm just sharing ideas and just being creative. That's it. Are they going to come real? Eventually, they will be, most likely, okay? But at this point, they're just storytelling, okay? And we're getting to a point where we're trying to manifest these stories into reality. So it's going to come for us very soon. That's what I feel like on my journey, you know what I mean? Because I know what I expect in life. I know what I'm comfortable in life. I can't answer, a lot of people ask me, how much, do you need holding? I don't know. You might be a person that needs a lot of material things. And if that's the case, then I would think that you need a lot of money, because things will be expensive later on. In my mind, I think that things are going to get so expensive that it's just going to make sense just to stay home and go into the metaverse. That's just my own opinion. But anyway, want to make this short. Thank you for liking, watching, subscribing. Like I said, you want to show a little love at I Told You So wallet. If not, I love you guys. Peace.